Hey everybody, so today we are going to be talking about the TV show Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that. So, originally, I'm pretty sure the plan was for this show to be a prequel to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and that eventually didn't, that for some reason didn't happen. I assume it's a rights issue. Sony probably said, hey, look, you can't do that, is my guess. I don't know what happened. That or this, they got a new idea. It was like, hey, what if we did this instead? Instead of trying to mess with what's canon in the MCU, let's make it our own thing. It's probably what, they probably wanted more creative liberty, I guess. The trailer, I didn't know. My thought was Disney Plus is about to screw up Spider-Man. And I read somewhere that the actor even said the same thing. Like, I don't want, like, he thought it was going to be some woke thing. And that's something I haven't really, I try to stay clear of when I do my reviews. Like, I try not to get into the politics and stuff in the movies. I'm old enough, like, I know what I believe is right and wrong. And, you know, it's not really, I don't think that, like, actors and stuff that should, like, push their thoughts. So, like, I don't ever try to push mine either. But becoming a stepfather makes you really realize all the other certain stuff that's in the movies and stuff. They're like, I don't really know how I feel about all this. But, so, all that being said, I watched the first episode, and I didn't really know if I was going to like the show. I really gave it a false whatever by watching the first one, because I'm like, what is all this? Like, they're totally switching everything up. The origin's not the same. And then there was a scene where Alani is just trying to walk home, and he's bombarded by racist white people who won't sit by him. The cops want to follow him home and all this. And it was a scene I'm like, man, like, what are they doing? Like, I get it's a multiverse thing, but what are they doing? And I gotta say, though, I've watched it all, and it's really good. Like, once, like, episode 3 or 4, once you get there, it becomes really good. Like, 1 and 2, I was still iffy about, but it's a whole new perspective on the Spider-Man story. Like I said, the origin is totally different from what you're thinking. It's loosely based on the MCU. It's an MCU, like, adjacent multiverse, I guess is what you could say. But it's like Norman Osborn is his mentor instead of Tony Stark. And then, like, you have Lonnie Lincoln as the jock instead of Flash Thompson. But Lonnie's, like, not a jerk. And then he's best friends with Nico instead of Ned. And I know who she is. She was in The Runaways. So, like, I know who she is. And that was something else that scared me too, was, like, I didn't know, like, how far into, like, the witchcraft it was going to go. Because I'm like, this is a kid's show. And I don't, like, personally, I don't want a lot of witchcraft. I don't want my kids watching a lot of it. Like, it's different, like, little spells here and there, like Wizards of Waverly Place or Harry Potter, where there's, like, a spell or whatever. But when you're pulling out, like actual, like, conjurings and, like, seances and, like, card readings and stuff, like, I get a little whatever around all that. I'm like, I don't know. Because I ain't into all that. The action is really good. The villains they choose to use are pretty cool. The one I didn't care for very much was, like, the Unicorn, which is, like, a female version of the Rhino. I didn't care for it. I thought she was dumb. I thought that whole crew thing was dumb. Doc Ock is in it. This version of Doc Ock's really good. The Chameleon shows up for a little bit. He's not in it enough to decide if he's, like, a good Chameleon or not. Green Goblin is teased. I could say that much. The Scorpion. The Scorpion's like the main dude. Yeah, the Scorpion. And then there's like a symbiote also. Doctor Strange is in it. Iron Man is in it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, especially the latter half of the season. And Harry is like him and Spider-Man like aren't even friends at the beginning. He's just like someone he saves, and that's what brings Norman's attention to Spider-Man, is that he saved Harry. So then they have to become friends from there. So it's like, it's kind of neat watching like Harry and Peter's like friendship bud, instead of just being like, oh yeah, they've been best friends their whole life. It's like, it's different there. There's a lot of things that are different. By the end of the season, you realize there's like, oh, there's some major things that are different. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I recommend you watch the show. It's a lot of fun. Now, the suits are really cool. There's one episode where they're like workshopping a lot of suits, which is fun. The white and black suit, which looks like the Future Foundation suit, it's featured for like 3 or 4 episodes. It's really cool. But the red and blue suit in this show, awesome. If I had to rate it like that season out of 10 stars, I'd rate it like a 7.5. You know, it totally turned around. Just from like the beginning, I was just like, I do not know if I'm gonna like this or even finish it. And then I got into it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna binge this, because I got into it late. So like by the time I decided to watch all of it was already out. So that's mainly because I didn't really have any initiative to watch it, just because like from the trailer, I'm like, I really don't know what to think about this show. I can't really tell if I'm gonna like it or not, but I did. So let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Were you surprised on how good it was? Did you think it sucked? Were you iffy on it like I was? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.